What's up? What's up? My CB family. I finally took a break and took a break so I could do this video, man. I know I've been procrastinating on doing the video about the batteries. Just got a little caught up, a little busy, but today is the day. These are the infamous Kinetic power cells that I've been using since I started keying down, and I wanted to show these to you guys because I think they are the most versatile battery setup that you can own if you want to do multiple things with your vehicle, for as talk and skip and keying down. You can see this one here is a just a regular 12 volt, real small. If you run your driver or whatever and pickup trucks or things up close under your seat, like this will go under your seat, you know, right behind the floor panel. It doesn't take much space, and you can get this power right next to the box where you can run shorter wires to your system, which will make it more efficient, shorter the wire run, less droppage. So this is just a 12 volt 600 watt max battery, which I only use one of these along with my stock battery. But since I run my battery bank at the back of the Suburban, this battery was at the back of the Suburban on my driver's side, which is my 12 volt side, which in a minute I'll get to that. I'm gonna show you the back of the truck, which this will be the first time I believe anyone other than a very close friend has ever seen what's under the battery box in the back of the hard-hitting Suburban, the heartbreaker. So enough with this. It's just a basic 12 volt. These are AGM batteries, and I chose AGM at the beginning after doing my research. You know, you have lead acid, you had the AGM at the time. There wasn't many options for lithium, especially at a price a newcomer is willing to pay. But between the deep cell batteries, the AGM, and the lead acid batteries, I chose AGM. I won't go into that, but if somebody know me and they want to know why I chose AGM, and they want to know the difference and which one better, and you know, which one I think better for our application, because that's what it's all about, getting the most out of our boxes. Car stereo is similar, running boats and tractors and deep cycle applications is similar, but definitely not the same if you want to be at the top of your game. And you know, talking to me, I'm not going for second, I'm going for first. So whenever I give you my input, it's about going to the top, not about just getting by, but about being able to compete at a high level and being able to get the most out of your system. So if you're afraid to push your system to the limit and to the max, maybe watching my videos are not for you, because I believe in getting the most for my money without destroying my system. Because let truth be told, I've ran on high voltage since I've been keying in 2015, and I hadn't the first time I blew a box on the line, I believe, was 3 years later. I'm trying to think, was the first box may have been a 4-pill, but that 4-pill I got from X-Force has blown on me a couple of times on the line. Other than that, 16-pill one. So out of like 7, 8 years of keying, it took about 3 years before I blew a box. Never blown the 8, never blown the 2 on the line. Blown the 16 once, and I had a malfunction with my meters and I couldn't see it. And for some reason, that 4-pill that X-Force did for me originally just hadn't worked out for me. So you can run voltage, high voltage, without tearing your equipment up if you have everything phased properly and everything like that. So you can get with 123 or watch some of 123 videos, and he'll teach you a lot about coax phasing and everything. to reduce reflected power and maybe give yourself an opportunity to run at a high level, efficient, without tearing up anything. But this is a 16-volt battery right here. This one battery is 16 volt. But the versatility of this battery is also a 12-volt AGM. So if I connect negative and positive to the outer posts here, that would give me 16 volts. You can actually talk on 16 volts. Turn your alternator regulator to 16 volts, 16.5, so you won't surge up past that. You can actually sit there and talk up to a 16 pil with one of these batteries, a 300 plus alternator, and you can sit there and talk skip at 17 without dropping off. And that's 16 pil with a 1.2 or 1.4 driver. So the versatility of this, if you was running 2 of these or 1 and you wanted to drop down to run 12 volts, I'm just moving this because I don't know what I did with the other one. This is actually a dead cell. This is a dead battery. Finally, I had 2 of these go out, and they only list a 1 year or 2 year warranty when you look at these on the website. But I attest to that because I've had one of these since 2015, and I bought one each year. So I didn't get to 3 of these until 2017. So 2015, this is either my 2015 or 2016 battery, and it just went out in New Orleans. It was gone last year. I ended up losing all day. I lost the 16 pil class for the second time in 5 years since 2017. Had a lot go wrong that day. Didn't win anything that day. But once I came back and checked the truck, I ended up having 2 batteries that was gone, along with some other stuff. So this finally went out. So it lasted at least 5 years. I mean, longer than that. But it only had a 1 or 2 year warranty. So don't let that fool you about the warranty. These are not the cheapest batteries in the world, but trust me, with the 16 volt, being able to have only one, because I promise you this one battery is better than having 2 8 volts tied together creating 16 volts. So you can argue with me about that later, or hit me up on Facebook, or you can call me on the phone and we can debate it, but I guarantee you you're gonna lose. 16 volts. So with that being said, when I connect to these 2 out here, I got 16 volts. If I move this post and connect right here, I have 12 volts. I've never ran them both together, a 16 and a 12 coming off at the same time, because I just don't believe you should do that, overloading the battery like that, running both of them. So I would just get another 12. And it's better to have one of these than these, because you can run the 12 volt on the drive, and then if you ever need to have a battery go out or something you need to do on the top side, you can always switch it over and put it on the other side. So the versatility of this battery, being able to use the 12 volt side or the 16 volt side, being able to charge from 16 volts and go up to 19.5. I've ran these at 19.5 consistently over the years and never had any swelling or anything. You can see these batteries are not swollen. I have another one I didn't bring over here, but I'll show you this battery, then you'll see the one in the truck in a second. But they're not swollen or anything, so they can handle 16 to 19.5 volts with no problem. To me, that's the most versatile battery I know of, a single battery on the market for our application and what we do. It's rated at 16 volts, 1600 watts max. That's why I recommend having a 300 plus alternator. But having a 300 plus alternator in one of these batteries will do the job. So you're talking about a real light, easy to set up, ready to roll system, that would do it. And I know you can run at 17 off of, I think I ran a 370 Mechman with one of these and ran at 17 volts and skipped good. Matter of fact, you can't go, this one battery won't hold in a 3-something, won't hold high voltage and key down. So when I started like that and I was keying down, even if I set it at 19.5, I was still only keying at 17.5. And guess what? I was still whooping butt, but that's some other stuff too. But yeah, Kinetic, man, 16-volt batteries are very versatile and very good in our application. So let's get to the good stuff. This is the heartbreaking mobile, the back of the heartbreaker. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and move this box and publicly show what's going on right here. Yeah, I know a lot of people think it was some secret magic going on. So, as you can see, it's gutted down right now and not much. So, let me try to give you an example of how this was set up before these batteries died. Okay, this one was here. This one was here. So what happened is, make sure you can see me. This was the stock side. This was my buffer for my stock side. It went here. And these wires that's just taped here, these would connect to the buffer here. So this was a 12-volt battery. These jumpers you see here went from each one. That's my 16-volt side. All right. While I was running key downs and winning the key downs, that's what I was running. And with the guys out there, I'm pretty sure they can attest to this. And they probably write in the comments. They never seen the setup, but whenever they hook a voltmeter to me, they used to think something funny was going on because I would be sitting at 16.5 volts. And he was like, man, what's going on? You know, and they never knew exactly why I was sitting at 16.5 volts because I was only running one or two 16-volt batteries at the back. Now, I do have multiple alternators now, but for at least 4 or 5 years of keying, maybe longer, I just put that other alternator on, you know, right after COVID and everything. Well, right before COVID. With that, this is all you need to have a key down mobile, good strong key down mobile. Very simple, you know, 2 jumpers here. Very simple, see what I'm saying? You know, a lot of people like to make it complicated and, you know, put all this other stuff on for his, whatever, cap banks and all that. And I'm not saying, you know, that's not a good thing. Those are great. They release a lot of power, very good for our application or any other application to have that, because I use some of that now. And the reason I do that instead of these, because I can find them at a cheaper option. They're also lighter. And once I created the alternator power, you don't need as much battery power, or should I say reserve power, because caps is not reserve power, it's instant immediate power, which is, this is where AGM and lead acids come close to that, which is reason deep cell not as good. But as I said, we can get into that later, we can debate on that, but you're gonna lose. With that being said, let me pull this back out. So the way I ran the last break, I actually, at the last break, I used this truck for, which is New Orleans. This truck won the 2-pill class, bad call 4-pill, was in the finals of the 16. My van won the 6 and the 8-pill class. I mean the 8-pill and the 16-pill class. This truck won a 2-pill and Drifter won 4-pill. But I was running, did I have this battery in? I know I had one battery here, cap, and I don't know if this battery was in here or not. I found out these batteries was dying, but I had to find that out the hard way and take some losses and realize that it was time for me to upgrade my system. So hopefully, man, this will help people in making decisions on what they want to buy, because I had some guys call and they asked me about different setups. You know, 1, 2, 3 running the batteries right there. 1, 2, 3 running the cap bank systems and everything like that, which is real nice. I like those. They're very light and easy to handle. I don't like an all-out cap bank system because they require a cap bank regulator. And with this setup with caps added, I could use a standard regulator, which I could have multiple regulators because they're less expensive. So at the end of the day, it's about what you want to spend and what you're trying to do. I was just trying to share with you an option and a route that I took that was cost effective and efficient in my eyes for the price that would get me to where I wanted to be without breaking the bank. Those other options are great, may even be a little stronger, may even be a little better in some instances, but I can't see them being that much better than what I actually put together myself, because as you can know by my track record, I've been winning so much. So how can you tell me something else is so much better? So it's going to be hard to convince me on that, being that these batteries lasted so long. I mean, over 5 years, and they've also took me to the pinnacle of the DC key down. So as of right now, using the Kinetic batteries and Mechman alternators, this truck, this heartbreaker right here, definitely has a winning record. And many trucks can't say that. There's a lot of trucks out there, man. There's a lot of guys huffing and puffing, and you would think that they were winning with all the noise they make, and especially if they just so happen to beat me, which anybody can be beaten any day, including myself, even though I'm the best thing smoking, just to toot my own horn. But anybody can be beat any given day. But some of them make so much noise and they blow their horn in the parade as if they had winning records, and then they talk about, oh, how much stuff and how little stuff they use in their vehicles and how they went about doing what they were doing, and nobody really knew what I was doing and didn't know it was this simple. Didn't know that it was this simple. But with that being said, now you know. So nobody's doing nothing special. No secrets, no tricks, no cheating. Well, on my end, no cheating. That's why I'm an open book. This is the first time I ever pulled the battery cover off to see exactly what type of battery system I'm running. But I have had voltmeters connected to me in the past multiple times. With that being said, let's back away from the key down scene, because that van over there also has a winning record. The only one, Mike Tyson just did real good, and he won the break over there, so he ended up winning against the van in 2 classes at the last break. So me and him is 3-2. I'm up 3-2 on him with my van, but with his van against this truck, he's up on me against this truck, and I'm up on him with the van. So, you know, the 2 guys in the South, I think you might have seen a picture, called us the street sweepers. We definitely been doing what we need to do on this end to get better, and moving our way to the top of the charts. Matter of fact, we're at the top of the charts. We're almost to the untouchable level. So those guys in the North and the rest of the United States, they're gonna need to do something real fast, because as you can see, the simpler it gets, the better it gets. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'll go up here and kind of give you an idea of how this truck sits, what I'm charging, show you what I mean about the, it's a beautiful day today, man. Thank God for the day. I got on here and just started running my mouth and didn't even thank God for a beautiful day and everything. Got to give God the glory, man. Without him, none of this would be possible. So I thank God for this opportunity. But, all right, let's turn this camera around. So right here, when I cut this on, you see that's where that battery's sitting at, 16.3. So this is how I would operate. Just say you don't want to run high voltage, but you want the option to run high voltage. 16 is not gonna kill your truck, especially kill your box, especially if you're not overdriving it. So what I would do right here is watch that green light. Watch when that green light come on. I would run this up. Boom. See that green light come on? That let me know that the alternator right there, that the alternator just came above the battery resting point. So that alternator is barely running. Now right there, if I run it right there where that light just came on, watch this here, barely move it, go off, see that? So boom, if I run it right there, now I can key down, and with my alternator juice and battery juice, I should be able to hold 16. Now that's not gonna charge the battery, keep the battery charged up. You'd actually have to go up a little more since it's a 16 volt battery to actually put amperage in the battery. But if the battery charged, so if I want to charge the battery, I run it up to about 17.5 for a second, charge the battery. Now I was at 16.5 and it was blinking. Now watch what happens when the battery starts charging up to 17.5. When I come back down, now the light goes off at 16.7. See what I'm saying? Because the battery charging up past, the battery's charging up past the 16.5 where it was initially from just a cold start. Now I would turn this on till the light hit, bam, right there. Now that's where I'm gonna key down. Well, we've charged it up some, so the light hitting a little later, but 16.5 is where I would have it. Or I'll just bring this back to 16.5. Once I key down, the light will come on again, letting you know that the alternator is charging, helping you keep the 16.5. Now from that, this is where the versatility come in. I can go from 16.5, 17.5, because somebody just dropped that maul on me. I don't want to switch boxes. I need about 300-400 more bird, and I'm going to drop this hammer down again and say what it sound like right there when I put a little more in it. Okay, so that's not where I'm going to stop. I'm going to go a little bit more. I'm going to roll this to 18.5, 16 volt battery, and I'm going to hit him again. What he sound like right there? Huh? Okay, he still got the maul on me, right? I don't have to stop right there. Don't be scared as long as you're not overdriving your system, overdriving your box with your driver. Come on up with your volts. You don't have to change the driver. Put that thing right there. That's a skip. I advise you not to go past that, because guess what? When I ask him what they sound like right there at 19, and he come back and say, well, Eagle One, I hear you in there. But he got, well, that means he got conditions on me. So it's time to roll this thing back down to where it was, because he has conditions or he just got a better setup than you. So nothing you can do about that. No sense of blowing it up. But I just wanted to show you the versatility of having that 16 volt battery. All right, fellas, it's been a pleasure. It took me a minute to get through all of this, but you know how to hit me up on Facebook. You know, some of you guys had a phone number, just give me a call. We could talk about the batteries, the caps, or whatever you need to know. I'll be glad to help you, man. You know, that's what we got to do. Look out for one another. If you can help somebody, share the information, save them some money, help them be great. You know what I said at first, make America great again, baby. Peace.